Yeah. Yeah. Hello guys. Yeah. Welcome to my platform, Timo Starboy, Reality Talk TV. Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yeah. I greet you at your location time. So this is a new week. Happy Monday to you guys. Um, as the inauguration of Bola met Tinubu as it is going now, we want to talk about it. It seems that some people they don't get it. They don't know the magnitude of what they are doing. This is the beginning of the end of democracy in Nigeria. This is the beginning of the end of democracy in Nigeria, and it's the starting of anarchy, because many people they will not respect the rule of law. They will not respect the rule of law. The law supposed to be the first. The law supposed to be the first. Since that they are not abiding by the rule of law, and they went ahead and they do their inauguration, it seems that they don't get it. The process is still in the court. They never finish. 25% of FCT, it never clear off. They never convince us. So why do they go ahead? Why did they go ahead for the inauguration? You cannot buy a car and say no. You cannot buy a fuel, and you are saying that after you will buy a car. You cannot buy a fuel down, and you are talking about saying later I will buy a car. You will buy a car and you will buy the fuel, to fit in. You know what I'm saying? You need to buy a car. The car will be ready, and then you go for the fuel. So you can't jump. So this is very, you just you guys don't know what you are doing. You don't know really what you are doing. If you know the magnitude, what we are talking about here, you know this is a serious matter, because this inauguration they conducted is a fake one. It's a fake one. I tell you for free. This inauguration is a fake one because they never abide by the rule. So many people will not respect the rule of law in Nigeria. You can see some people, they will be starting slapping a policeman. They will be beating up a policeman, so to say. And it is you guys cause it. INEC and Muhammadu Buhari. You are the master plan of all this nonsense. You are the master plan because you don't obey the rule of law. So what do we expect for the ordinary person, ordinary citizen to do? Because you are the leader. You should lay by the sample. You should lay by the sample, and order will follow. But since you cannot obey the rule, so nobody will obey the rule in that land again. And it will cause anarchy. It will cause serious problem. We are in serious problem now. Because you people, you are a criminal, hardy criminal, career criminal. You broke the law. You broke the law. It is not citizen. It is not citizen. It is you leaders. It is you leaders, you politician. You buy everything by your money, and you think you have a power. Anyway, the mistake has been done. So you need to fix it when the problem arises. Please guys, let me play you this video. This is from our former president, Goodluck Jonathan Ebele. So he has something to tell you guys. So listen.
Tinubu and the Vice President-elect Senator Shetima, their own mood is slightly different because President Bola
share.
has graciously served 8 years. God has helped him serve 8 years. And he's handing over, not to another political party, but he's handing over to his own political party. So the circumstances presently is quite different. But I know the mood of the country generally is because of the issues brought on the elections. So some people are happy, some people are sad, so all kinds of sentiments and feelings. In my own time, especially the 2015 election, my ministers, my senior officers, people who worked with me, there was this fear that this one that we've lost the election, what will be our fate? Will the new government just throw all of us into jail without giving us even fair hearing? Because government is next to God, can't decide to do anything. That fear was in the minds of our people. Some people feel, could I even run away? Should I stay in the country? But to them, that will not be much of a problem because it's the same party that is taking over. So the tension we faced then, the Buhari's team may not face the same tension. Yes, some few people may have some issues that bother them, but on the average, they will not have that kind of feeling. But it used to be tense, really. And by this time, then of course already I've considered defeat to the president, so that was completely over. And I knew why I considered defeat because I was more interested in the country than myself, which I advise every politician to be more interested in the country than themselves.
This is one of the...
There will be no president. So
one of the genius presidents.
And how do we ensure that Nigeria comes out of the current electoral controversy through reforms that will help grow the country's democracy?
The problem we have is the electoral management body, INEC, and the security. And I used to give an example. If two soccer teams are playing and the referee decides to look the other way, they will enjoy themselves. If people are contesting for elections, should expect that it's like a soccer game. Everybody wants to win. And you must not allow it. The electoral management bodies share more than 60% of the blame. Because if they do their work well,
INEC,
the politicians will have no choice than to follow the rules.
INEC
the security and
is
the
here to be blamed.
I believe one day we'll get there, but I feel sad now that our electoral process is still wobbling. So
INEC mess up.
Candidate to paper, which is a superior technology. Why do we still have problems? Manual voting, we have problems in this country. Electronic, we have. So where is the problem coming from? Is the independent is the electoral management bodies, INEC in this case?
Yeah.
INEC has to sit up so that they will not throw this country into conflagration one day. And people must be serious. INEC must sit up. We should commission one of these internationally known IT companies. They will want to protect their image and allow them to build a system for us and also manage it during our elections. We can train our people, but they should manage it. That this last election, they say, oh, one director in charge of IT did this or did not do that. If you bring Google or one of these giants and they agree to build it and manage it for you, there will be nobody in Nigeria will not be involved. So it should be completely neutral. And probably when we get to that level, where all those who have smartphones will not need to go to any place to vote. You bring out take it, go to your unit and press the button and you vote. You can vote in your kitchen, you can vote in your bedroom, you can vote in your sitting room, you can vote in your car. Even if you're in the US, you can vote.
And the outcome of the 2023 presidential election is being challenged in very controversial circumstances, just like that of 2007 that brought you and late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua to power. Any advice to share on the best ways to resolve electoral disputes without plunging the country into a crisis, especially for those who are in court challenging the victory of Bola Tinubu?
I said, when I took that decision, I was not to expose to the global election processes, and especially in Africa. And since I left office, I've been leading election observation missions. Even this year, I'm going to lead the African Union team to Zimbabwe when the elections will come up. They already gave me the letter, pending when the government would fix the date for the election. So I've been involved in a number of elections now. But one thing about Nigeria, which I believe we must correct, and which a decision I took when I was the vice president, that if I have the opportunity to be corrected, is this idea of conduct of elections. Probably that made me to appoint somebody I did not even know to be the electoral umpire. And a number of people say you did the wrong thing. Some people felt, well, you wanted to correct something. I feel worried that in Nigeria, our elections are still so controversial. We have not accepted our electoral results. We are the giant of Africa. If we have not gone to the moon,
Giant of Africa.
then at least we should
So
be in position
ridiculous.
to lead Africa in terms of democracy.
We are not a giant, though.
We should be able to conduct free and fair elections that other African countries say, look, why not do what Nigeria has done? Why not all of us behave like Nigerians in terms of conducting their elections? Our elections have been categorized as one of the worst in Africa. And even if you ask me as a Nigerian to vet, I will admit, because I've been going to other countries. I'm not saying things don't happen in other countries. But we really need to improve our standard of elections. A country like Tanzania, presidential elections is not even challenged in court. Though all of us who have been leading international observation missions who have recommended that that is not the best. Even for presidential elections, the matters will go through the court process. Let people who lost the election be convinced that they lost the election.
Yes.
Otherwise, one day the country can implode.
That is it.
If somebody
Exactly.
just boxed into a corner, you cannot even complain. It's not the best. Allow that person the leeway to complain. So to me, it's quite good. For presidential elections, you go through two stages, appeal court and Supreme Court.
But Buhari is
For
an
governorship
illiterate now.
elections,
He cannot hear
unfortunately,
you.
go through three stages.
He cannot
but I
hear
believe that
any
the aspect
advice.
of the Constitution or the electoral laws will be
He's a
amended.
deaf and
Three
dumb
stages
president.
too much.
I remember during your period, one of those recommendations of the Ways Panel report was for the appointment of the INEC National Chairman by the National Judicial Council, of which your cabinet then said it wasn't going to accept that recommendation. What would you prefer
you.
as a solution? Should we continue
you
to
for
have the
sharing.
president appoint the INEC National Chairman, or should the National Judicial Council be in charge of appointing national chairman of INEC going forward?
If you look globally, setting up the electoral management bodies are divided into three broad groups. One, the president appointed everybody just like in Nigeria. I also appointed. He appointed the chairman, he appointed all the national commissioners and the resident electoral commissioners by president, who is a politician, who has a political interest to protect. Some countries go to the extreme, where a completely neutral body appoint everybody. The president has a role in it. Some countries blend. A neutral body recommends people, then from which the president select. So before you are selected, you already pass a basic level of screening. In fact, what I wanted to do if I had stayed in office was that if the Jigas tenure had expired, then I wanted to vote. And I would take people by surprise. I would have called traditional rulers, not all of them, the religious leaders, civil society, the journalists, at least 100 of them into a room. They will not know. We'll get the computers and so on and so forth. Say, okay, nominate a Nigerian you think should be INEC chairman. Everybody will nominate. Then we screen. And then we'll go for another round of nomination. Even if we sleep that for the whole night, so the whole day and night, we'll be reducing until we get to somebody who everybody will say, this is his person. I don't even want to give it to any particular department of government or an institution. I don't want to say NJC or CJ, because everybody has an interest. So the best thing is not to get a constant team that will be appointing, But any time that INEC chairman position expires and want to change, then you just call people. So during that process of selecting these people, one may emerge as the national chairman of the INEC. Then from there you appoint the commissioners. From there you appoint the resident electoral commissioners. So we see that their selection brought this.
And just before I let you go, Your Excellency, what's your wish for Nigerians as we go into this new democratic dispensation? And if there is any advice for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima?
One advice I will give, and I believe most of that will give them, is that the journey towards election passed through two major stages, the party primaries and the main general election. And all these stages, there used to be a lot of fireworks. To become the candidate, a lot of the fireworks, people will offend you. Finally, people will offend you, especially these days of social media, people write whatever they like. Sometimes it could be painful when you read such stories.
If they will hear. Okay, so guys, let me know what you think, drop your comment below, because this case now, INEC has started the whole mess with alongside with Buhari, and they are about to run away to their casino or Niger. I don't know where they are running to, whether not Senegal. So we should hold them for ransom for this. We should hold them for accountable, because they are the one who caused all this mess. The whole country now is in divide. The whole country is in mess. So I allow you to make your own comment, anything you feel about this video. So thank you guys. This is how we have it today. So when we have another news, another breaking news, definitely we will update you. So have a lovely week. Bye.